On the news tonight, Governor Obiano flags of 2019 farming season in Anambra. 12 vigilante agents arrested at Obara Market over criminal activities. Lagos State Waterways Authority recovers 12 bodies in the June 29 boat mishap. Sri Lanka's police chief, former defense official, arrested over negligence of duty in the Easter Sunday bombings. Glad to have you on the evening news. My name is Chidimma Oranwa. Governor Willie Obiano has flagged off the 2019 farming season in Anambra, asking everyone to embrace agriculture. The ceremony took place at Dr. Alexa Kweme Square, Oka. Government House correspondent Ejika Abana reports.
Many of the flag-off of this year's farming season, which has the theme Farm Cluster Development, a vehicle for sustainable agriculture, was filled to the brim by top government functionaries, including members of the State Executive Council, members of Anambra State House of Assembly, ABGA stalwarts, and farmers. On arrival, the governor took time to inspect different farm produce, ranging from rice, fish, vegetables, livestock, among others, displayed on stands according to local government areas. According to the governor, the ceremony affords an opportunity to look at the last farming season, assess state government's efforts in food sufficiency and export with a view to identify areas of improvement. Governor Obiano explained that even though a number of factors, including flood, lingering communal conflicts, affected last year's projected output, all the performance index were impressive, pointing out that his administration will continue to integrate the youth in all its empowerment programs, establishment of fish farms in 3 senatorial districts of the state, and increased agricultural training activities.
We launched the Smart Weather Soldiers Initiative, as well as the Youth in Agriculture program. We're also reintroducing the Ugo Umwa school farm program into primary and secondary schools to inculcate agricultural skills early in our children. The produce from the school farm initiative shall be shared between the students, the teachers, and the remainder reinvested in more seeds. We have a lot to look forward to this year. The smallholder farmers, who constitute about 70% of the farming population, will enjoy the robust support of many of our administration this year.
The Commissioner for Agriculture, Chief Nnamdi Onukuba, described this year's theme as apt, stressing that Anambra farmers are proud of the purpose-driven agricultural policies of the present government, which has immensely impacted positively on their well-being and income, and have a lot of employment opportunities for the youth.
Another set of 20 youths have also trained under the IFAD program at African Rice Center in IIT Ibadan and Numudike Research Institute on a train-the-trainer basis on the production of certified rice seeds and cassava cuttings. This initiative will impact positively on the use of quality seeds and create jobs for the youth.
While enumerating various interventions of the federal government, Mr. Ogochukwu Nkanebe, who represented the Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, said that Anambra has been consistent in the official launch of the farming season, which is remarkable and commendable, as it affords the state and stakeholders a veritable platform to interact.
The theme of today's launching of the 2019 farming season, Farm Cluster Development, a vehicle for sustainable agriculture, is a clear indication to farmers to consolidate on their farming activities. There is the need for farmers to form clusters to be able to maximize the economies of scale in production and marketing.
In a vote of thanks, Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Mr. Uchenna Okafor, commended the governor for introducing all year-round farming, among other achievements in the agricultural sector, asking him to sustain the tempo as the State House of Assembly is always ready to support his people-oriented plans and policies through enactment of quality laws.
Excellency, it is also in this administration that we are now witnessing youth in agriculture. Before now, when youths are writing the exam, they will be putting a law, medicine, and the rest of them. But now, the youth of Anambra are happy to be farmers because they know that farming is
Speaking to the ABS, the member representing Idemili North State Constituency, Chief Ifeanyi Chieku, and the immediate past Transition Committee Chairman for Orumba North Local Government Area, Mrs. Ifeobi Binabo, commended the governor for being consistent with the official flag-off, suggesting that distribution of quality seedlings be done earlier in the year for improved output. The governor also launched the following schemes: apiculture, improved export promotion, establishment of Anambra Farmers Shop, set up of Smart Weather Soldiers Scheme, Cluster Farm Land Reservation Scheme, and Youths in Agriculture Program. From Dr. Alex Ekweme Square, Oka, Ejike Abana, ABS News.
A two-day capacity building program for sign language interpreters on violence against persons and prohibition law, child rights law and disabilities rights law has ended in Oka. The training, which was organized by a non-governmental organization, Rule of Law and Anti-Corruption ROLEC, attracted 30 sign language interpreters from various schools of specialty across the state. Valentine Mbadoa has details.
Rule of Law and Anti-Corruption ROLEC was established to enhance good governance, strengthen rule of law, and curb corruption in Nigeria. Addressing the media shortly after the program, the Permanent Secretary, Anambra State Ministry of Social Welfare, Children and Women Affairs, Dr. Azuko Famata, who lauded the ROLEC initiative, expressed optimism that the rights of persons living with disability will be better protected if they have the knowledge on the application of the law. Dr. Famata appreciated Chief Willie Obiano, who he described as disability-friendly governor, and called on other people of goodwill in Anambra State and beyond to key into the ROLEC initiative in order to give a sense of belonging to those living with disabilities. He canvassed for sign language to be taught in schools to help improve communication between the speech and hearing impaired persons and the public.
The governor has been approving a lot of money for empowerment with persons with disability, with provisions of equipment to make them live a self-reliant life.
In an interview, the Anambra State ROLEC Program Coordinator, Mrs. Josephine Ona, said that the objective of the training was to equip the sign language interpreters with proper knowledge of the disabilities right law.
We brought these people together for training so as to equip them, position them to be well able to support and help these people with disabilities.
Delivering lectures during the program, the president of Anambra State Customary Court and a consultant to ROLEC on disabilities right law, Mr. Prince Will Iwafo, and his child's right law counterpart, Sir Emeka Ejide, noted that the landmark law enacted to protect persons living with disability in the state prohibits all forms of discrimination and criminalizes various offenses against people living with disabilities. Some of the participants including Mrs. Jane Okaro of the Special School of the Deaf, Odapwanicha, and Mr. Bertrand Ifediegu of Basden Memorial Special Education Center, Isulo, while lauding the initiative, assured of communicating effectively to speech and hearing impaired persons in their communities and schools. They further advised parents to always allow their children with disabilities to attend special schools.
I want to beg them, bring out your child. There is ability in disability. Yes, the child has a special case, but that's not the end of the world. Bring the child to school. Help that child. That child can surprise you tomorrow.
In Oka, I am Valentine Mbadoa, reporting for ABS News.
Anambra State government have arrested more than 12 vigilante agents attached to Obara Market on Onitsha, following a series of criminal activities reportedly witnessed in the market. Addressing traders during a visit to the market, the Commissioner for Trade, Commerce and Wealth Creation, Dr. Christian Madbuko, warned that the state government will not tolerate any form of criminality in the state. Odinaka Molisa has details.
According to Dr. Madubuku, the arrest followed persistent complaints by traders on criminal activities, which had led to several cases of theft in the market, noting that over 12 million naira, as well as goods and wares worth thousands of naira, have been reportedly missing, a situation which he said has created atmosphere of insecurity in the area. Dr. Madubuku, who announced that the security operatives have been banned from entering the market, said government will commence appropriate measure on the case, and the full wrath of law will take its course on the victim. victims. He further reminded the traders of the need to assist the government through payment of tollages and other fees accruable to the government, charging them to obtain the Anambra State Identification Number.
They must stop entering this market from henceforth. These people not here, none of them shall enter this place till further notice. Only must have a clarification from us.
In a related development, Dr. Madubuko visited the Allied Product section of the Bridgehead Market to assess the environmental situation as the rain wreaked havoc in the market. Conducting the commission around the market, the President General of the market, Mr. Sondo Binze, and his drug section counterpart, Mr. Anthony Ezioba, said the issue of flooding has become a menace in the area.
Most of its coming is as a result of flood in the market and the breaking of shops in the market too. It affected the Power Tools and Allied Union. But the whole thing is as a result of bad drainage system in the market.
The flood entered most of the shops along the gutter side. So that is why we invited him to come and see by themselves. So he promised that they will take care of that.
Speaking after assessing the situation, Mr. Madubuko, who called for proactive measures in checking erosion in and around the market, suggested regular clean-up exercise by traders to help in opening up the waterways to ensure free flow of floods.
Here you have 10, 12, up to 18 securities, and they are working day and night. Yet, criminals break into the market, and they are not able to arrest those people. What it means is that they must know something about it. That is why I placed all of them under arrest.
Odinaka Nwolisa, ABS News.
Still on the news tonight, Upper Community Dunkofia Council area is standing still for the 33rd Orchid Diocesan Women's Conference at work. The conference attended by the Anglican Bishop of Orchid Diocese, Right Reverend Alexander Ibezim, and presided over by Mrs. Martha Ibezim at Emmanuel Anglican Church, Upulu, has its theme as Hold Fast to What You Have Till I Come. Our correspondent Amaka Chibuzokoye was there and now reports.
The ongoing Oka Diocesan Women's Conference is a moment when the women of the diocese evaluate their performance for the past year and champion ways for more development and progress in their ministry and the church. Addressing the gathering, the wife of the state governor, Chief Mrs. Ebelechukwu Obiano, asked the women to be light to their family as it is the first duty of call by God. The governor's wife, represented by the senior special assistant to the governor on special duties, Mrs. Amaka Ezike, said that in times like this, mothers should maintain a closer relationship with their words. Earlier in a sermon, the Bishop of Oka Diocese, Right Reverend Ibezim, encouraged women to hold fast to their families, stating that the conference will help them to recover some of the things they have lost.
The women ministry in this diocese will never remain the same. I speak to you as a servant of God. Your tomorrow will be better than your today.
For the president of the conference and president of Mothers Union, Women's Guild and Girls Guild of the diocese, Mrs. Martha Ibezim, the conference aims at bringing the women together, assess how far they've gone in discharging their duties and responsibilities at their homes and parishes, and to remind them that, as it is captured in the theme of the conference, that they are expected to be strong in the midst of challenges, knowing that God will prove himself.
The purpose of this conference is for the women of the diocese to come together to look at how far we have gone.
The vicar of the host church, Reverend Canon Bernard Obiekwe, and the chairman, local organizing committee, Sir Ephraim Uzechina. The gathering was an opportunity to provide spiritual upbringing to all women in the diocese. The conference service featured presentation of posthumous awards to the profile mother, late Ezinne Gladys Mbanugo Adobasem, who during her lifetime ran the race of evangelism with diligence, winning souls for Christ. Special prayers, thanksgiving, cutting of the conference cake, and special renditions were special features in the service. From Uhulu, Dunukofia local government area, Amaka Chibuzo Okoye, ABS News.
The traditional ruler of Ihiala, Oluoha Thomas Obidiegwu, the 17th, says he will run an inclusive government for peace and development of Ihiala town. Sir Obidiegwu stated this when Uzoakwa community led by their Ezala Dike Uchennansofo paid him a homage at his palace. Correspondent Ogochukwu Orano has details.
Obidiegwu, who stressed that kingship has spiritual inclination, said he will work towards enthroning peace and brotherliness in Ihiala town. He called on all feuding parties to bury their hatchets for the progress of the community.
Nobody is a loser. All of us won the struggle. So my government is all inclusive government. So I'm suing for peace, and that peace is bearing fruit. That's why I say a lot of Uzakwa.
The 10 communities in Uzoakwa during the visit officially presented Chief Uchenna Nsofo as the Ezala Dike and traditional head of Uzoakwa. Ezala Nsofo, in an interaction with the ABS, urged the traditional ruler of Ihiala to ensure that the town is returned to its former glory, where people live in peace and harmony and are not denied of what is due to them.
That's the most important thing. And then I only did for only being one only friend. So now Blonia can get any far. Say I've done a baby to us at a video and
Chief Augustine Okafo, chairman of Umudike Uzoakwa community, said they rallied round their Ezala Dike to pay homage to their new king, who was given the staff of office and certificate of recognition by the state government, and also to officially present their Ezala Dike, who was selected by traditional title holders in Umudike, and urged him to embrace everybody and empower their youths.
Embrace all people, Tom, Dick, and Harry, all Sunday, to achieve peace in Uzoakwa and get more development, unity, understanding, above all, youth empowerment in Uzoakwa.
Ichia Emmanuel Ihana Tonye, a stakeholder from the community who threw more light on the process of ascendancy to the kingship throne in Ihiala, pointed out that Ihiala is an age-long traditional institution that has 3 major documents that stipulate guidelines for the kingship, making it clear that it is not for everybody. Rather, it is for the Oha royal family, and commended the state government for graciously ensuring that there is peace in Ihiala and sued for the reconciliation of all feuding parties. Others who spoke at the event include the Onowu of Ihiala, Chief Linus Alehi, Chairman of Ndi Nzobo Uzoakwa, Nze Obuagu Obijekwu, Chairman Umudike Uzoakwa Youths, Ibechukwuelo, assured of their support towards the progress of Ihiala town. The ancient Igbo tradition of Iwoji, Itopo Mmanya by Oluoha Obidiegwu the 17th, the sounding of the Nnukwu and Ekwe were symbolic at the event. Ogochukwu Orano for ABS News.
And still to come on the news, Lagos State Waterways Authority recovers 12 bodies in the June 29 birth mishap. Sri Lanka's police chief, former defense official, arrested over negligence of duty in the Easter Sunday bombings. The news returns after this timeout. Please to join us again.
Rosie, I hope so you don't come borrow money for here today.
Rosie, anything we fit do for your one and only brother-in-law, me self, I won't go big.
Pick your phone.
I beg leave all this here customer every time. For people, send me picture. We are one see data.
See you. You want blow. Here you don't get data. So send ordinary picture. Give your customer.
Rosie, you're waiting on some band new.
See, Gary? Is it not the same time you started? Thanks to God, that's it. It's two fashion business now. I said, take your seven. Oh, yeah, come. Go buy your own.
Rosie, thank you.
Data is oxygen. Enjoy the best data deal in town. Buy your SIM and dial *777#.
Bros G, Glow have made me an Oga.
Your #1 4G.
You're welcome back. It's still the evening news. The Lagos State Waterways Authority has recovered 12 bodies so far in the latest birth mishap on the Badore-Ijesha Sea route, which occurred on June 29. The general manager of LOSWA, Mr. Oluwadamilola Emmanuel, who confirmed the recovery, told newsmen today the 5 bodies were, however, yet to be recovered. He said that LOSWA, the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, the Lagos State Ambulance Services, and the Nigeria Police Force had intensified efforts to recover the remaining bodies. Emmanuel said that LASEMA has taken capsies of victims whose family members were not on ground to the mortuary, while those whose family were on ground had been claimed. The birth mishap occurred mid-sea at 11 p.m. on June 29 on the Badore-Ijede Sea route, with only 3 survivors. The 20-passenger capacity unmanned boat with 60 HP engine capsized after being hit by severe waves en route Egbin Jetty in Ijede at Ikorodu near Lagos State. The boat started its journey from a jetty at Badore near Aja on the eastern flank of Lagos State. Investigations carried out by LASWA on the charge that revealed that the accident was caused by poor visibility and the fact that the passenger has no life jackets. Both accidents are rampant on sea routes in Lagos, Nigeria's most crowded economic hub. The heat wave currently gripping Europe has seen a surge in demand for cooling devices such as air conditioners and fans in shops across the continent. The number of online searches for the people looking to purchase air conditioners has risen significantly since June 17 in Germany, France, Spain, Italy, and Austria. Similar increases were recorded with internet users searching for fans. The global stock of air conditioners and buildings will grow to 5.6 billion by 2050. This figure is the equivalent of 10 new air conditioners being bought every second until then. According to the American Association of Mechanical Engineers, ASME, the first air conditioner has its roots in 2nd century China, where inventor Ding Honei created a manually powered rotating fan. Sri Lanka's police chief and a top defense official have been arrested over the alleged failures to prevent the Easter Sunday bombings that killed more than 250 people, a police spokesperson has revealed. The bombings on April 21, claimed by the Islamic State of Iraq and 11, took place despite repeated warnings from Indian intelligence that an attack was imminent. Inspector General Pujit Jayasundara and former Defense Secretary Hemasiri Fernando were arrested today, a day after Attorney General Dapula de Oliveira said they should be arrested and charged with grave crimes against humanity for failing to prevent the attacks on churches and luxury hotels. Both men were at different hospitals undergoing treatment when detectives arrested them. Spokesperson Ruwan Gonaserekera said, adding the move followed instructions from the Oliveira, who said they should press murder charges. A popular community leader of our community, Idemili South local government area, Chief Sylvester Eze, has been laid to rest at his compound where family members, friends, relations, and well-wishers accorded him his last respects. The late Chief Eze was elder brother to the former Director General of Bureau of Public Procurement Engineer, Emeka Eze. Odnaka Wolise has the report.
Mass held in his honor at St. Charles Borromeo Catholic Church, Umokualo. A visiting priest, Reverend Father Anthony Chukwu of St. Anthony of Padua Parish, Mpo, reminded Christians of the need to maximize their lifetime opportunity in preparing for the final destination. The cleric described the disease as a great teacher, God-fearing, a religious man who impacted positively on humanity and contributed his quota in uplifting evangelism in the community. In his tribute to the bereaved family, Governor Willie Obiano stressed the need for one to live a life of purpose, represented by Deputy Governor Dr. Nkemo Okeke. Governor Obiano encouraged them to sustain the memories and legacies of their late father. Former Director General, Bureau of Public Procurement and brother to the deceased, Engineer Emekeze, said his brother fought a good fight of faith.
He was a great teacher. He was a very proactive man. He was a man who loved his people, who made sure others are happy. He used to go out of his way to ensure that people are assisted one way or the other.
In their separate interviews, the first son of the deceased, Mr. Iken Neze, and his daughter, Mrs. Chidimma Odimewu, described their late father as an icon of peace, an epitome of humility, who stood for the truth, noting that his legacies will forever be etched in the minds of many. Attesting to his life, a devoted member of Catholic Men Organization, Mr. Basil Onyonago, and Chief Arins Okonkwo of the Igwe in Council, said he was humility personified. Commiserating with the family, the Corps Marshal Federal Road Safety Commission, Mr. Boboyo Yoyemi, represented by the Anambra State Sector Commander, Mr. Andrew Kumapai, enjoined them to take solace in the Lord. The member representing the Demili North and South in the House of Representatives, Chief Ifeanyi Bezim, was among those that identified with the family in this period of grief. Sympathizers and group took turn to pay their condolences as cultural dances and live band added color to the burial ceremony. From Umokualo, Odinaka Wolisa, ABS News.
And that's just about it on the news. But before we go, a quick reminder that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube at youtube.com/ABS Radio TV online. Follow us on Twitter at ABS Radio TV and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And now the main points again. Governor Obiano has flagged off the 2019 famine season in Anambra. 12 vigilante agents have been arrested at a water market over criminal activities. Lagos State Waterways Authority recovers 12 bodies in the June 29 birth mishap. And on the foreign scene, we reported that Sri Lanka's police chief, former defense official, have been arrested over negligence of duty in the Easter Sunday bombings. And that's the size of our package tonight. Many thanks for watching. My name is Chidimma Orangwa. Good night.